Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? This is going to be a little bit of Dragon's sort of tips and tricks video. Things, like a lot of things to go over. So I want to explain to people, or help people out get a lot of good armors. So I'm going to go to my armors. Okay, here we go. So you see I got some pretty good ones. They aren't the best. I mean, that top left one's really amazing, the HP on that. And that's another thing. HP and defense armors really matter in raids. If you don't know what a raid is, for some reason, this is a raid right here. As you can see, I'm just going to fight a boss real quick and kind of show you what I'm going over. A couple of things here. So these are my armor lineups: Earth, Air, 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 Earth, Earth. So it's pretty good for the boss. But the backline guy, because the pets buff the elements that they are. So this Air Knight buffs the front one because he is air, and the middle one, but does not buff the back one because he is earth, sadly. But it's really good armor, so I use it anyway. But anyway, you can see the Shatter Shield, that blue shield that pops up right there. It tanks hits for you. As you can see, I'm still tanking, and then it dropped. And then it's going to pop up in a couple more. So Shatter Shield is very, very useful in raids. See, it's keeping me alive right now as I'm doing more damage. And then the stuns help, and the spec comes back. And that's not the best... That's not the best Shatter Shield. Shatter Shield gets stronger as the pet tiers up. And anyway, if you want to know how to get Shatter Shield, I'm going to go over that after this raid damage ends. But a couple of things, like, I want to explain to people how to get really good armors. There's a couple of things to go over with the armors. Do that after this ends. But let's see. Still fighting. Yeah, these are some pretty good armors. Been trying to get some better armors myself. But pets really do matter. As you can see, that Shatter Shield really just keeps the dude alive constantly. And the thing with Shatter Shield is the bar does have to charge twice, though, instead of once. As you can see, the bar's filled with green now. And it's charging over to blue to fill it up. And then it goes and uses it. So yeah, I should be able to get something around over 1,000,000 damage. Per energy right now, I think, something like that. I'm not completely sure. I think it's like 1.2 million. But yeah, all these basically, the back two armors are seasonals. They're a little old. Like that earth one right there is probably like, is this 7 months old? That's pretty old. It's probably somewhere around there. And the air one's probably like 6 months old, because it's air season right now currently, and they're giving out a new air armor, which is better than that one, but I'm not going to go for it. These armors are really expensive in gyms, and you can get them free to play. I've never spent any money on this game with the armors I have, but I have been playing like almost a year. But yeah, if you want to get good armors, I can help you out. I'm about done with this damage here. I did not, it was going to take this long. It takes a while. I've probably been in the fight for like 3 or 4 minutes at this point. As you can see, that Shatter Shield just is amazing. And I don't even have max stuns on a lot of these armors. I don't think any of these are max stuns, so I could get even more. As you can see, he's stunning a lot right now. And he's about dead. Okay. 1.25 million. So yeah, that's pretty good. Wait for that to load. It's about that. Alright. So, okay, we'll go over the armors first. Let's just go to hunting grounds. Why not? Okay, so this armor right here, this armor was just given out, the Shamanic Avenger. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But, as you can see, it's pretty strong. I mean, I get a little strong with max stuns. This is T20, okay? The armor is not given out at T20, so let me go over to, filter that to Spirit. So this armor right here was given out last month. You start out at T1, and if you don't know how to get T2 on these armors, or T20 on these armors, I'm going to explain that real quick. You go to, so that one's T1, we're going to exit out. We're just going to go to the Armor Smith. You will go to Armors, then you will make, okay, whenever this loads, okay, you'll make, I just filter it to air. You can filter it to air Dragon Forge if you want to find it really fast, because that's what it is. Epic boss upgrade right there, as you can see. I can't even make one, I don't have any slots. Need to get rid of some armors, but yeah, you make that. It only takes 1 minute and 48 seconds, and let's just say, in theory, I already have one, which I don't. What you would do is you go to Combine Armors, and you would go to Earth Spirit or Earth, whatever. I'm just going to give this one as an example. You hit OK, and then you would hit the Dragon Forged Epic Boss upgrade. Sadly, I don't have one to show you. But anyway, when you tier it up, it'll tier up to T2 and then to Tier 3, Tier 4, all the way up to Tier 20. So you need 19 Epic Boss upgrade armors to get it to T20. And I know that sounds like a lot, but as you get into the game where you'll get more tickets per Epic Boss fight and stuff like that, if you stay active and all that. Anyway, see, I got like 55 kills right now, so I've been getting a lot of tickets. And I'm still killing it with one guy, because you start getting those really good armors, and it gets easier. The game gets easier as you progress. But anyway, that's really it for the Epic Boss. And then you can also craft the Ring and Amulet in here too. For that one, I think it's the Beaststalker Ring. See right there? So that's the Ring and Amulet for that one. I would go for the Ring and Amulet first before you start tiering it. And let me get rid of some fusions here just to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, we flip order. Just throw some armors on this real quick. Let's just do that. Waste some fusions here. I'm wasting a lot of money on it. Damn it. That's not what I meant to do. Screw, just throw a bunch on this one. Alrighty. Okay, now I can make an Epic Boss upgrade and show you what I'm talking about. So you go to Craft, Armors. I would filter it to Air. If you got a bunch of armors, you're going to have to filter it. Or you can just hit the Air button like that and then scroll over to it. It takes a while if you got a lot of armors crafting or ready to craft. We're going to hit Craft, and then in a minute and 45 it'll be ready. I'm just going to explain something else real quick. So pets. Okay, that's not what I want to go to My Pets to explain something. Oh, wrong button. Okay, so I got a lot of epics. The epic pets are the best pets. If you go over, and a pet ability called Shatter Shield is a good one. So if I scroll over, you can see that this Spirit guy in the front and the Air guy, they're Tier 4 epics. It says they have Shatter Shield at the bottom. Both of them, that's a very good ability. So, and this guy has Shatter Shield, the water guy right there, that Campus. Giro has it, and Afara have it. So I have an element Shatter Shield for all my element pets or whatever. If you go to, for example, this one, and this is the cool thing, only for epics, this only works on epics. You can hit the tier up without actually tiering it, and you can see what abilities it gets. And as you can see, this guy does not get Shatter Shield. So you just go to the next one and try to find one that gets Shatter Shield. You really want to get it at tier 3 is usually when it pops up. I don't think I have any pets that have Shatter Shield as of the current moment, or that will have Shatter Shield. But yeah, you would just see it in there. Let me see. None of these guys have Shatter Shield, but like if you go, for example, this one does, and you tier up. And as you can see, the Shatter Shield gets higher. It's at 9% right now, and it goes to 5.25. That's lower, I know. The reason it goes lower is because you can see mine's level 90, and then it drops to level 1. So if you go from... So you see, as this one has 9% Shatter Shield at the bottom, and it says absorbs damage 9% of your knight's total HP. If I scroll over to a tier 4, it says it absorbs 10.5, which may not seem like that much, but that's about 20% extra shield when you think about it. And I'm going to show you how OP Shatter Shield is in something like heroic mode or something like that. But anyway, let's find that armor real quick. First. So look, you hit the Beaststalker aspect, or whichever one you're tearing, the Shamanic Avenger, and then as you can see, you can hit the Epic Boss upgrade, and then you would hit Combine. I'm not going to do this because I don't want to get this thing to tier 2, because I don't really need to. I'm trying to save my armors. Anyway, if I go to Thieves Cove, oh yeah, I need to do that. Thieves Cove, you'll see how OP Shatter Shield is in something like heroic mode. I'm using an Air Knight and Air Shatter Shield, and then whenever that goes away, okay. So I already leveled up, so that's kind of... Anyway, you'll throw out the Shatter Shield, and as you can see, you're just tanking hits now. Just constantly tanking the hits, not taking any damage whatsoever. And then the Shatter Shield's almost recharged. Whoops. Okay. And now it's charged, and I'm never going to take any damage. The only damage you're going to take is when you're charging it up the first time, which is maybe like 50 damage or something like that. It's a little easier on the first stage, but I was trying to get heroic damage ASAP. So if I go on like the leaderboard for heroic damage right now, see I'm number 1 in novice by like 8 million. I've been trying to keep that. And then in hardcore, I think I'm also ranked 3. So yeah, I'm getting closer to 2 and 1, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But yeah, that Shatter Shield is really OP, and Death Blow is really good too. Let me go over that real quick too. I don't think Death Blow is really only good for PvP. I wish I had more energy to explain this. And that's another thing real quick with arena energy. So as you can see at the top left, my arena energy will recharge in 1 hour and 24 minutes. So what you would do is you would go to attack. This is a method to get more energy. You would go to fight, and that was 1 hour and 24 minutes. The energy will be maxed. So if I, for example, waited about 2 hours, I think it's 1 hour and 49 minutes. If I came back in 2 hours, just went to my home screen or whatever and came back, as long as the game is running in the background and came back, I would end this fight and I would have 5 energy still. So it's like it gives you an extra energy. It's sort of hard to explain. Probably should make a separate video on that or something. But as you can see, the Death Blow just demolishes the enemies. Like, it hit like a 900 or something there, but these guys are weak. So it's kind of, it's kind of hard to explain. It really is more useful, I'd say, in Guild War. That's a different type of Knights and Dragons event, if you guys didn't know. But one other thing I think in heroic mode that I can think of that's useful is friends. If you're going to get that first armor, what I would like get a login event armor. And a login and armor, if you didn't know, is like the Beast Stalker aspect, or like this one, for example. Get something like that, and then start going to heroics. Now, obviously, not obviously, but this heroic mode, this isn't heroic mode. I mean, the login event armor is actually better than the heroic, but that's only when it's tier 20. So you still want to get the heroic. This is going to take a long time to get an armor to tier 20. So you have, and also you have more armor combinations. You can't just rely on one armor. You got to have more than one. And do I have a heroic mode armor? This is the Shamanic Avenger right here, and I think I have an older heroic mode. Let me filter it to air. I think I do. Maybe I don't anymore. I might have got rid of like all of them. I'm not sure. I think I did though. That's what it looks like. Water. I think I got rid of all my heroic modes. You know what? One of my other accounts, I think, has heroic modes actually. Oh, that's not the right thing. Guild members. SOF will join. That's one of mine. Whenever this loads, okay, there we go. See, this is a login as well. It's really high, but these drop off. This is a old heroic. I think this is actually maxed fully, and this was a plus, so it's not that great. And this is an attack-oriented armor, but if I go to like, see, this one's got way more HP, 800 less attack and more defense. This one's probably better overall. And I don't think I have any more equipped right now. But he also is a high commander. Anyway, I have very good armors. If you guys want, I think my friend code's on here. Is it in my profile? I think it's in friends. Add. Okay, yeah. My code right there. My code's right there. If you want to like screenshot that or write that down or something like that, you can send me a friend request. Commentate on the video or something like that you send me the friend request, because as you can see, I have like 17 pending friend requests right now, and I'm not looking to really add any of those people because I have to constantly swap them out. I'm getting so many friend requests right now because I'm number 1 in heroic. But yeah, last final thing on here is Misty Marsh. I'm gonna explain something. If I use, I'm just gonna use this guy. And use a Spirit Shatter Shield. Shatter Shield is really useful in these hardcore stages, but I'm gonna go ahead and hire a friend and show something. Try to explain something. Here we go. Choose that guy. And should have another one of those guys. These guys are really useful in the hardcore Misty Marsh stage, especially. I should... You know what? I'm just going to use just him, and hopefully... Because I need to die. I need to have my guy die to explain to him. Might not be able to beat this or not. Once you get towards the later game, you'll be able to do these stages without reviving. You might have to revive once or twice, but I'm trying to show you guys how to not revive, because there's a method that a lot of people don't realize. Because you know when you die, you got to wait on regeneration to fully heal back up. That's common knowledge. If you die in a stage, like, for example, if I back out of this one, yep, there we go. And I go back in, see my guy's not full HP, it's like half. So, anyway, we're going to wait for him to run out of HP. Hopefully soon. I think I'm just going to let him die and not use Shatter Shield real quick. Come on. Should die in a second. Okay, yeah, he's dead now. Alright, I think we're going to go to the last stage. I might not be able to show this in this video, because I thought I was going to take more damage than I was. Watch his HP closely, but I don't think it's going to work. His HP will actually regenerate up, but it didn't because I didn't take enough damage. Alright, so if I go back in... Okay, you know what? I'll just let myself die. That should work. If I die to the boss. I'm hoping I die to the boss. I should. Come on, don't kill it. I think I got a method I can use here. Okay, now if I back out, go back in. I'm trying to get both guys to die. Okay, there we go. Yeah, now this dude should die because he's by himself and he wasn't just... So the back two guys are friends and the front guy is, normal knight. They all look the same, so this is probably kind of confusing. Alright, any sec. Man, a lot of stuns, you might survive and win this. I might have to back. Oh, dang, I didn't get to... Man, that really sucks. When you're actually, like, disappointed you won, that's pretty funny. Tell you what, I'm going to use this guy. We're going to try that one more time real quick, try to explain this. I'm just going to use a fusion guy, because I didn't know that was going to be that easy. Once you get to a certain point, those stages are really, really easy. Okay, here we go. Have anybody? Wait, I just use my other account. That's one of my other ones. Okay, Misty Marsh Heroic. Alright, let's go. And my other account, that Jonah Jr. or whatever, is on the leaderboards for hardcore. Or not hardcore. I think it is on hardcore as well, but it's on novice at like number 8, I think, right now. So if you want to add that one, you can just go on there and send him a friend request. But he's getting a lot of friend requests too. Commentate on the video or something like that, your name and game or something like that if you watch it, and I can gladly add you back. Okay, we're just trying to see. Oh, right there, his HP went up. Did you see that? Right there. Watch it again closely. You'll see that this guy's HP is going to go up as he kills this enemy, or when the enemy dies. That's the thing about hardcore and heroic. Boom, right there, it went back up. It's just going to keep restoring back up to that same point in time. So the Shatter Shield really helps out. If he didn't have the Shatter Shield, he would probably die, and it wouldn't keep him alive. So as you can see again, boom, it went back up. And I think I'm going to let him completely die in a second. Let both the guys in the back die real quick. Try to explain this. Man, he's so tanky. Okay. Alrighty. It's a little slower. I should go into combat settings and change to X6, no spec or something. Let's just do that. Auto use night special. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, hopefully he dies here real quick. Then I can back out. Oh, missed that. It's for my raid energy, I think, or something like that. Alright, we're gonna flee. That's another thing. You use alarms to remind yourself when you need to use your raid energy. That's a good thing to do. But it does require, a lot of extra effort. Whoop. A little bit of lag there. I'm hoping that this guy dies. This is what I was trying to explain. Come on, please die. Don't stun. Okay, I'm exiting now. I don't want those. I'm trying to explain this, and this is not easy. This is taking a while. A lot more effort than I thought. Trying to not beat a stage. A lot of people struggle with this, and they're probably like, man, too good. No. And come on, just die. There we go. All right. So as you can see, if you go back in the stage, all my guys died. This is what I'm trying to explain. You go back in, and you see that these back two guys are already regened up like 60, 70%. This is insanely useful. And this first guy, the good thing about that is he tanks that first hit. And you can just drop a Shatter Shield, and let me just put auto spec on. And I might be able to beat this now. Or you could just wait for a full regen and get them up a little bit more HP. It just depends. But this works on any stage. You can repeatedly just, when you die, back in, just immediately go back in. Don't spend those gems and revive. It's not worth it. Until that final stage. On that final stage, you might have to spend some gems and revive no matter what. Even if you're full regen, you might not be able to do it. You need those double spirit guys. They're amazing. And the double spirit guys actually help on the rings. I think this is the ring, I think. And then this is the amulet. They help on that too. And then on this one, you really want like Fire Friends or something like that. And I haven't, this one you also want Fire Friends. I haven't done that one yet, this heroic mode. But that's about it. Really get those Shatter Shield pets. If you can, find one that has a Shatter Shield. I'll go over that one more time real quick. You just go to, go to my, hitting the wrong things. Go to my pets. You scroll on over and you go to pet profile and you'll see what he has when he tears up. So this guy I think has 12% Shatter Shield when he maxes out. I think Shatter Shield goes, it starts out at 4.5 and it doubles basically as it gets to 90. So if it's a tier 3 and it's 4.5 to begin with, it'll be at 9 when it gets to 90. And then if it's 5.25, that's 10.5. And 6 point, or it's just 6 is 12. So it's pretty useful for raids and such. Anyway, I think that's going to be the end of the video. I can maybe make some a different video or something like that. Oh, one more thing real quick. The best armors in the games are the seasonal armors if you go to like raid rewards and stuff like that. The materials to craft it, like right there at 50 million is a harpoon thing. That's one of the materials you need. And then as you can see, you scroll all the way down. There's another one right there if you beat that stage. And that's the armor right there, the Shieldman's armor, honor. I mean, if you get 10 of those, you can craft it. I'll go to the armor smith real quick and show you. But it's easier said than done. Go armors, that's an air, shadow forged. Alright, there we go. So the jewelry is given out in one of the events. The cheapest you can get it is in a Blitz Guild War, and I think they haven't been in 2 events, but you want to get it only in this one, and you have like 1 day to do it. It's a Blitz Guild War, and the jewelry's at 475,000 points, which means pretty much no matter how you do it, if you're getting max points, you're still going to have to spend like 1,300, 1,400 gems just to get the jewelry, and I think it gives you like 2 materials for the armor. And then, not to mention, you're going to need that 50 million raids right here. Beat that heroic. Do the other heroic, beat the other raid. That puts you at 6 materials total if you do all those things. Then, you're going to have to get like 105,000 in the Guild Wars. That's X2. That's going to cost you a little bit, but those are 3 days long, and you can do them for pretty cheap. You can probably do it for like 90, maybe 200 gems, depending on your activity for one, and then get, 7 and 8 materials. Then you're going to have to max the Blitz raids as well, and that puts you all the way at 10. That's like 2,000 to 2,500 gems. It's absolutely insane. Easiest way to get gems, is just watch ads. You can watch 30 a day. You just scroll on over, you get free gems, and then video offers. If you didn't know that. Video offers, you watch the ad, and then you exit out or whatever, you get 30 gems right there. It's really easy. Real simple stuff. And then, you could qualify an arena to get some gems. I mean, if I'm like top 400 right now, I get 30 gems at the end of the week. Plus, you get some extra gems for just the milestones, as you can see right here. And then logging on gives you some gems. You can probably get like 40 to 50 gems, somewhere around that a day. You watch the ads and you log on every day and you do the arena at the end of the week. And then, so if you save up for like a month or 2, you can probably grab one of those seasonal armors. And as you get the seasonal armors, it'll get easier. Like at the beginning, you might have to spend gems to get 50 million in raids. But later on, it's going to get easier. As you saw, I did like 1.2 million. I'll need to use like 40 energy to get the 50 million mark. And I've already gotten it, and there's still a day left in the event. So you can just not even have to do that anymore. And that's one more other thing. If you go to 200 million, there's another material right there. If you're really, really good, you can grab that one. And then you you don't even have to do one of the other events like the Guild War or something like that, and that'll save you some gems, because Guild War, like, will no matter what always give you this amount of points. Like, raid damage is really, like, I can do 1,000,000 this raid and 2,000,000 the next one or something. It's very inconsistent in the Guild War, whereas you always max, I think, 780 points. There's no real way around that. But yeah, that's basically it. And if you get 20 materials, you can craft a plus. But the thing is, getting the plus, like with all the events I've said, you could maybe get like 12 to 14 materials if you push other events too. That's going to cost you another like 1,000, 2,000 gems, and you're not even going to get it. And you can't collect the materials later. You only have like 1 month. You can get the lesser materials like... so let's see if I go to rewards. Okay, so at the 200 million, there's a pine cone or something like that. So as you can see, that's from last month. We go to armors. Just earth. I don't remember where it is. Okay, the acorn shells right there. This used to be acorns, and the acorns are transferable to pine cones, so you can't get the materials for that anymore. I transferred them into pine cones, so now scroll over. See, I can make those. You can still collect the materials and get the lesser sets. These aren't as strong as that one though. The other one's better. It's a double earth too, so that makes it kind of better, because like if you're doing air earth or something like that, it's still going to be the best, whereas if you have a fire earth armor, it's not going to do as much damage. So the earth seasonal is stronger, and then it's more versatile in what it can do. So it's always better like that. And then I think that's basically it. Basically, if you want to get the plus is good, don't get me wrong. Let me go on over when this loads. Rewards. Leaders. If I go to, really? Try that again. Okay. If you go to like these guys, they have that Pillager's Authority right there. These guys probably have pluses in it. Let me check real quick. Whenever this loads. Okay, go to raid boss. See, that guy's got 19,500 defense, 1675 HP. That armor's insane. But if I go to like, I know one of my guild members actually has one. Balin has it. See, he's got like 2,500 less defense and like 100 less HP, something like that. That's the plus. It's a little bit better. You got to factor in that Shatter Shield would give the other person more Shatter Shield as well, and he'd be tanking less damage because he's got higher defense, so he could stay alive even longer. So it's really, really good. But like I said, the only way to really get that is to be in a top guild, because if I go to top guilds, that's not what I meant to do. Top guild rewards. Here it is. Okay. So you get, see, we're in like the top 100, and we're not really getting anything too special. Scrolling over, top guild gets 4 of those things. So if you're the top guild, you're getting 4 extra materials. You know, that's easy. If they keep staying in the top events, you know, they're going to be just fine. But if you look at our points compared to theirs, they're spending a ton of gems. So maybe if you get lucky to end up in one of those. They have 46 billion points. We have 700 million. So... they're doing the stronger bosses and stuff. We're just doing like the 4s and stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically it. I would just go for the regular set. Don't really worry about the plus too much. Maybe get a couple and then go for the plus. You might be able to join a top guild. I've always just stayed in my guild because I'm able to be the Sentinel and then have 2 high commanders, and I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with having like the bonuses and stuff like that, and I can run my own wars and everything. I usually do the wars and declare whenever I want and do that. I can pretty much run my own stuff. So that's pretty much it for this video. I can make another video on explaining other stuff, more tips and tricks, or heroic mode tips, tricks, something like that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and have an awesome day. Peace out.